All right, good evening, YouTube. I got something on my mind that I've really wanted to kind of cover and talk about. And I think it's something that isn't talked about enough, but it's something that we lack so much of. And it blows my mind just how much it's growing, how much the trend is growing. And what I'm talking about is a lot of people nowadays, they start new endeavors of life without a true firm foundation built off of their why. What do I mean by that? If someone asks you, what do? You might say, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a personal trainer. But if someone asks you, why do you do what you do? Why are you this? Why are you that? And I feel like for the older generation, a lot of them will say, because this was my dream. I wanted to help people. But nowadays, I see it a lot in our generation is, why do you do what you do, sir? Ma'am? I want to make money. I want a car. I want this fucking materialistic item rather than being driven by something that's more than just me. You see, the problem with the kids, I can't even say kids, the problem with the generation, which is my generation nowadays, we aren't built on a firm foundation. Nobody is doing it for the benefit of other people. Everybody is so selfish with their shit nowadays. Their why is not bigger than some fucking car or a little bit of fucking cash. They build their whys off of two things. They build it off of external opinions, or they build it off materialistic items, rather than thinking deep down in their soul and their heart, why do you do what you do? If someone asks me, why do you do what you do, Noah? I do what I do because I want to retire my parents. I want to give my kids an amazing fucking childhood. I want to supply my children with the childhood that I got. I had an amazing childhood. I'm blessed. But nobody thinks about that shit. Everybody thinks for themselves. It's always take. There's no fucking give in that, man. And then you got the people who do provide enough value to the world. They help people. Why do doctors make so much money? Because they save fucking lives. And I get it. It's hard to be a doctor. Not everybody can be a doctor. That's a lot of money that goes into that school. But when you go to med school, when you become a fucking doctor, to get through all that shit, you do not think to yourself, I'm going to make $300K a year, $250,000 a year. Fuck no, dude. You'd be gone. You'd be out for the count, man. You'd go through all that fucking hard studying and all that bullshit on a day-to-day. And if you let money fucking drive you, hell no. What you're thinking is, I want to help people. I want to save that person's life. This is why I'm doing this shit. It has to be that way with everything in life. What's your why, man? Because if you're driven by something that is not deeply rooted within you, if you're driven by money, money goes up and down, markets go up and down. If you're an entrepreneur, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. One year you might do better than the other. Fucking 1 month you might have about this many sales. The next month you might blow the fuck up. And then it'll shrink again. Seasonal shit, man. Everybody talks about seasonal depression. What the fuck are we talking about, dude? That shit's gotta be even keel. If your why is bigger than some car, some fucking 100 million followers on TikTok, Instagram, if your shit is deeply rooted within you, then the adversity doesn't mean anything. The adversity is like a little hiccup in the road, because you have a bad day and you realize, nah, this is just part of the process. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep weathering the storm, no matter what, because I know my outcome, my end goal, my why, that shit's bigger than what the fuck I can touch. You can't touch that shit. Your why needs to be built off of emotion, man, in the heart. You can't you can't buy the feeling of wanting to retire your parents, wanting to come home and see your kids smile because, damn, their father or mother provided a life for them that they can be happy about, they can smile about. But nah, you want that Ferrari, you want that Audi. Don't get me wrong. You know, if we're going to play the game of life, I'd rather play the game of life with some money rather than no money. But I'll tell you right now, if my life is only judged upon by what the fuck I own, I don't care about the game of life then. I don't even want to play the game. If it's only based upon what the fuck you have. If what you have is more important than what you are and why you do what you do, it ain't even worth it, man. It ain't even fucking worth it. So I want you to think about this. Think about what your why is. You know, are you constantly driven in the direction of a materialistic item of a dollar sign? Go make that bread. But make that bread because you're providing something to people. You're not fucking taking. Make that bread by giving and let it come back to you. It's the same thing in society. When you're nice to somebody, you show respect to somebody, that's respect earned, man. You earn it back. Every aspect of life. Figure out what your why is here, in here, and in here. It's not about what the fuck's in your pocket, man. It's not about what's in your wallet. It's about what's in here and in here. What's your why?